Poem by Thomas Hardy. This one is called Childhood Among the Ferns. I sat one sprinkling day upon the lea, where tall stemmed ferns spread out luxuriantly, and nothing but those tall ferns sheltered me. The rain gained strength and damped each lopping frond, ran down their stalks beside me and beyond, and shaped slow creeping rivulets as I conned. With pride my spray-roofed house, and though anon some drops pierced its green rafters, I sat on, making pretence I was not rained upon. The sun then burst and brought forth a sweet breath from the limp ferns as they dried underneath. I said I could live on here thus till death, and queried in the green rays as I sate, why should I have to grow to man's estate, in this afar noised world perambulate? A poem called He Never Expected Much, or a consideration. Well, world, you have kept faith with me, kept faith with me. Upon the whole, you have proved to be much as you said you were, since as a child I used to lie upon the leas and watch the sky. Never I own expected I that life would all be fair. 'Twas then you said, and since have said, times since have said, in that mysterious voice you shed from clouds and hills around, many have loved me desperately, many with smooth serenity, while some have shown contempt of me till they dropped underground. I do not promise overmuch, child, overmuch, just neutral tinted haps and such. You said to minds like mine, wise warning for your credit's sake, which I for one fail not to take, and hence could stem such strain and as each year might assign. His country. I journeyed from my native spot across the South Sea shine, and found that people in hall and cot laboured and suffered each his lot, even as I did mine. Thus noting them in meads and marts, it did not seem to me that my dear country with its hearts, mine yearnings worse and better parts, had ended with the sea. I further and further went anon, as such I still surveyed, and further yet, anon, and all the men I looked upon had heartstrings fellow made. I traced the whole terrestrial round, homing the other side. Then said I, what is there to bound my denizensship? It seems I have found its scope to be worldwide. I asked me, whom have I to fight, and whom have I to dare, and whom to we can crush and blight, my country seems to have kept in sight, on my way everywhere. Episodia. Past the hills that peep, where the leaves is smiling, on and on big-willing, crispy cropping sheep, under boughs of brushwood, linking tree and tree, in a shade of lushwood, there caressed we, hemmed by city walls that outshut the sunlight, in a foggy dunlight, where the footstep falls with a pit-pat wearisome in its cadency. On the flagstones dearisome, there pressed we, where in wild winged crowds, blown birds show their whiteness up against the lightness of the clammy clouds. By the random river, pushing to the sea, under bents that quiver, there shall rest we. Well, thanks for listening to those lovely 2 poems by Thomas Hardy from his book called Selected Poems of Thomas Hardy. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.